What's going on, people? I am on here today to talk about one of I can't say it's a favorite movie of mine, but it's a movie that I do hold near and dear. But I am going, but I can be objective and like really get into it. Purple Rain by the artist formerly known as, will be forever remembered as Prince. This was a 80s movie to the max, like early 80s too, right? And so, Purple Rain. First of all, the premise behind this movie is Prince, which his name is the Kid in the movie, and Morris Day with his group, The Time, or the Kid and the Revolution, and Morris Day and The Time are with in his, the Time, and they are competing for spots in the club to perform, right? And the spot's like, if you got the top spot in the club, you guaranteed you make it big in the music business. Now, for me personally, I had to learn this. You have to look at that movie as one long video. If you look at it any other way, you're gonna be not confused, but wonder like, really? Because some plots in that movie don't make a lot of sense. Some acting in it's way overdone. So this is the parts of it like, okay, come on now. Come on, really? We gonna put this in the movie, really? So, I mean, now, to be fair, that watching Purple Rain, I remember being a little kid looking at that. I definitely shouldn't have been watching as a little kid, but I was, because my parents were Prince fans. My first crush was Apollonia, and I think we all know why. If you've ever watched Purple Rain, I think we all know why. When she had to cleanse herself in Lake Minnetonka, then got told they ain't the lake. But I think any young man, young child who may have seen that was like, hey, now because that definitely caught my attention. But anyway, as the movie goes on, I mean, they vibe, and it's just one long video. They play pretty much the soundtrack to Purple Rain, and it's always one song that gets me that some group is performing. It's called Mountaineer. I want to be a mountaineer. I always wonder, like, what is he talking about? He want to be a mountaineer? What is it? A mountaineer? He want to go to Canada? I'm like, what is he talking about? So that's one song that always got me. I clearly understood Prince and The Time and all these shenanigans. Also the Apollonia 6 and their songs. So hey, that one hard to understand. But I always want to know, what is that dude talking about? He want to be a mountaineer. I was like, what is he talking about? So, you go through the movie, you see Prince interact with his dad, who was a failed singer, who was abusive to his mom, just smacking her around, calling her all kinds of names, and talking like, like she ain't nothing. You keep this place clean. I'm like, man, don't I keep... Hey, one thing, I love Clarence Williams III, man. One of the biggest things he emphasized, don't I keep the heat on? I was like, yo, looking at that as an adult, that's a wild thing to say about, don't I keep the heat on? Yo, that is a wild luxury to tell somebody, I keep it on for you, right? I keep the heat on. My dog, you stay there too. You know what I'm saying? So you could be cold if it ain't on there. But... and then he was just his struggles, his attempted essay. I'm like, not essay, but his attempted, off himself, and they made that a focal point. And I mean, it was. I'm like, wow, that part was wild as a kid. As an adult, it's still wild. I'm like, good grief, man. And they're doing that. Prince and Apollonia, they're together, they're not, maybe whatever. He's exemplifying some of the abusive characters of his dad that he didn't want to carry on. Things were going with Morris Day. Then she gets taken back then Prince rescues her for some reason when she's a Dark Ally after she performs her song. I mean, it was a whole lot going on. And Morris Day said one of my favorite lines that I dare not say on here because it uses some despairing language to a community that I ain't gonna say it, but man, it was funny. I'm sorry. It made me laugh, and it still makes me laugh to this day. But after that, they keep on going through. He keep trying to write songs. Prince don't want his band to have any input. He's gonna do his songs his way and his songs only. He tell the girls to stop with their stupid music. I'm like, man, he was the worst. And then, all in all, after his dad tries to take himself out, they decide, okay, we're gonna do their song, and their song ended up being "Purple Rain," which is the climax of the movie. He plays Purple Rain. He performs Purple Rain at the club, which pretty much brings everyone to tears. And I can't lie, it still brings me to tears too. And it is not the words of the song. It's when he just goes on the guitar riff and just plays for about 2 minutes. I get teary-eyed even now to this day listening to that. And then they have the after that, they have the "Baby I'm a Star," and everyone's all happy and stuff, and then the movie goes off, and it goes off playing music from the movie. The end. So we never know what happens to the kid. Did he make it big? Did Morris Day happen or whatever? We find that out in Graffiti Bridge. But that's a story for another day. So let me know if you guys watched Purple Rain. What was your big takeaway from it? And what part of it you liked the most? I definitely like when he sang Purple Rain. When Dove's Crowd was playing. Also with Darling Nikki. I don't care what no one says, man. That's one of my favorite Prince songs, Darling Nikki. I love that song. So let me know. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We're on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and we all over the place. So please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you think. Give me your opinions. Thanks, y'all. Peace.